as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. Fielded about a yard deep. Fights loose. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Garoppolo now, first down throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. First down, Garoppolo. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for the offense.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
65.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And right away, whistles and a flag down. And I believe we'll start the night with a 1st and 15. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Well, the San Francisco 49ers, we'll get a look at them again here on offense in a second. But what do you think about where they're at? They're 1-2, but the big story, obviously, you already had lost McKinnon. Now you're down Garoppolo. Do they have enough offensive firepower?
They do if they can get everyone healthy, because Matt Breida's picked up the slack as a runner. I mean, through Sunday's game in Week 3, he was tied for the NFL lead in rushing yards through the first 3 weeks, so he has really picked up his game. They're going to need some help. Can Marquise Goodwin get fully healthy outside and use his blinding speed to create some plays downfield to help out the young quarterback C.J. Beathard and this young defense? Can they hold the point of attack at the line of scrimmage and start to really make it tough on offenses to move the ball?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Roethlisberger. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. I still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
Finding room inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Roethlisberger going to give to Bell. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Garoppolo on first down. His throw incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. And try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, go. 65, 12, 21. 21. Here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 37. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They run with Morris. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Alfred Morris, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gold now out to kick it away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. James has got it. Complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll lose lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger going for it all. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen. But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Gold now out to kick it away. Switzer now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently. That doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Execution and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, we got 4. Set! Black 20. 48.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Check 26. Ready? Blue 30.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Malcolm Smith in there to drop it for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 83 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Switzer now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Roethlisberger now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. And he's got some space here. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And some room to maneuver. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 51 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 15 now. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Let's go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Show that bench release and go. Snickers.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And James has it. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A give to Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers. Flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown from 17 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
21, 21, 12, 12, 13, 13. Go ahead. 2, 2. White. 2. 198.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. It's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here we go. 21, 21.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Garoppolo now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Go ahead. 21, 21, 11. 2, 2, 2, 6.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
11. Go ahead. White. 21. 21.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the right. This is Garcon.
Here we go.
23 yards on the play. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run him now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for two. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Over the middle to Garcon. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. First down, Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They'll run for it with Morris. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points.